Welcome to SoulWhat, a Soultopia production. Every Tuesday, Michelle and Roger Welch take a deep dive into the intriguing and proactive world of metaphysics, a world beyond our human perception. They'll talk to empaths, readers, and other guests from all walks of life to find out what's hiding under the surface, uncover the mysteries of our modern world, and reveal the answers you need to live a happy, healthier life. Now, here's your hosts, Michelle and Roger Welch.
Hello, and I don't see a camera on. Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Are we on?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you doing, Roger? I've barely seen you today.
I know, I've been busy all day.
Roger's writing, and I guess I am talking.
Making sure I got all y'all's questions down for tonight.
Sorry for the rough start to the show. I have not been feeling 100%, but I am here on the show. So we are writing down your questions because this is the last show, the last show of the year. Right? Yep. And it's also the last show of the month. So this is when we take questions and take any questions, actually, if you want to ask questions of us about different things, like, for instance, how to sage or something like that. Simple. We wouldn't do a whole class on it, but a simple answer if you have a question or if you want us to give you a reading. So we plan on doing that from now on, the last show of each month. But I didn't realize it's actually the last show of the year, too. We could make it sort of a brief, recap. 2022 reading for you if you want. While Roger's working on that, I also want to say that I do have openings. I think we're opening up my Mondays. Now, this coming Monday, I will be on Ask the Oracles on January 3rd with Jeff Pulver, Monty Farber, and Amy Zerner. Their format has changed, and it's not readings. It's where we discuss certain topics, and I'll be discussing from my first book, The Magic of Connection. I'll be discussing how we manage our own energy as empaths and as people, and take care of our own energy first before we.
Well, they didn't ask me. What the hell?
Maybe you should tell them you want to be on.
What the hell?
And so I won't be I think I'm doing some forecast readings that Monday, but going forward on Mondays, because we have a lot of books and things due. And I should have had you get the catalog out of the car. Oh, you did bring it.
So today, we got a couple of things new today. One, got the new Lewellyn Catalog with all the, it's all got all the cards and everything in it. And I was flipping just right here in the front. Bam, look what I see.
My new book.
Right there.
Yeah.
Michelle's new book, right there. There's the other book, and there's the new book. That's what the cover looks like, guys.
Yep.
So
that's new
there's
book.
the new book. And
there it is, Spirits
Michelle's
Unveiled.
Picture at the bottom.
Same picture from last time. And so
it's actually the same size book and everything, looks like. And the price in US dollars is going to be $16.99.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That? Yeah, that's a doable deal.
Yeah, so it's Spirits Unveiled. What's the subtitle?
Spirits Unveiled, a fresh perspective on angels, guides, ghosts, and more.
Yeah, so all spirit beings are covered in it. Well, not all, because you couldn't cover all of them. So just the ones that come up, like that we mainly think of. But it's not like an encyclopedia to spirits. It's more of how to deal with spirits.
Look what else came in today.
Yeah.
Check this out, Matt. The Poison Path Herbal. I was going to make some teas for people.
Awesome. I was still talking about my book, but I'm glad you're promoting that one. Who's that by?
I don't know who.
Okay, so back to this book that's by Michelle, his wife. That is coming out, and you can pre-order it. It's coming out in June, and you can pre-order it now on Amazon. And actually, you can go ahead and get it from Lewellyn.
I saw a few people post today, too, that they actually already
Hello? Okay.
I saw a few people that already pre-ordered the book, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that pre-ordered it, yeah. So, okay, now you can talk about it. Any other book you want to talk about?
I thought this one was kind of cool, too.
Scold him on that. Okay. I have learned, it's so funny that after having one book out that I was raised to be very polite. You don't just like go on about your own stuff, but you have to. I worked hard on this book, and damn it, I'm going to promote this second one. So get ready, everybody, because everybody else promotes their shit. So I'm going to be promoting this book. And you know what? We promote everybody else's stuff so much. It's not even funny. So guess what? I'm going to be promoting this book.
Good.
All right. So what's the name of it again?
Spirits Unveiled.
Okay.
A fresh perspective on angels, gods, ghosts, and more.
Okay. And you know he's going to be hearing about that later. All right. No, but he did call me at home and say, look, it's in the catalog. And we're always excited to see all the other fun books and decks that are in the catalog.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of herb books, and then just like I
thought
do.
this is a good one, the Poison Path herbal book.
Who are you going to poison?
Who's not nice to me? You better be nice to me.
You better buy that book, or my book. He'll use that book on you.
Which poisons can I work with today?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny.
There we go.
I got new cards too.
Oh, Matt, we found the Noisemaker. We found the Sasquatch, but he never remembers to bring it up
here.
here.
I need to bring it up.
Wait, what's this?
So remember we were going to get a Noisemaker, like for different sounds that you can make for us,
I
you
got
know.
a handheld one.
Yeah.
And we found it. It's like, I think probably got it at the dollar store, but I don't know.
Okay,
But
no.
but it
It
makes
got it at the
Sasquatch noises.
Sasquatch store.
Oh, like what kind of Sasquatch noises are we talking about here?
It-
Like whoops.
Yeah, whoops and growls and
Growls.
grunts.
There you
go. Like that.
And then it goes, hi, Roger. It's like, they should have how they have Build-A-Bear? They should have Build a Sasquatch. And you can
I
have
bet
it go,
somewhere they do.
hi, Matt. What are you doing?
I'm going to say somewhere they have one of those.
I did see if anyone's looking for a late Christmas gift for me. Not that anyone is.
What?
I did see ones. I don't even know where you'd find them. I saw them in Falk, where the Boggy Creek monster was. But they had a line of action figures of different Sasquatch variations across, the country. Because every state or every region has their own version of it, like the skunk ape in Florida.
So you don't know where to get them?
No, I don't know where to get them. No, they look cool. So
Okay,
they,
so
and they
get
had,
right
like,
on that.
Falk's not that far.
Falk's not that far. I could go back out there and.
I don't know what Falk is.
Like
it's
3-4 hours?
Yeah,
About
well, it's
4 hours.
Texarkana, basically.
Yeah, Texarkana.
Oh, but y'all, I used to play tennis in Texarkana.
Yeah,
like
it's not
I
that far.
So-
would I have had to go through Falk from Longview to get to Texarkana?
No, it's like if you go to Texarkana and go south.
Oh,
Like about
Not
yeah, I
far,
wouldn't be
like
doing
30
that.
minutes south of Texarkana, probably.
But that's where the Legend of Boggy Creek, the Boggy Creek monster and all
yeah.
that. That's
I
where
tried to
that
get him on
happened.
our show, but he's too busy.
Yeah, he's booked right now.
Yeah.
But no, it was cool. Yeah, they had
What do you
the
mean
regular
he's too busy?
Sasquatch and the Rougarou and the Swamp Ape and all this stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
You try again to get him on our show.
Okay. I'll see.
Well, we'll have to get you the action figures. So how many are there?
I don't know. There was a bunch of them.
You need to start a collection.
I do.
Yeah. I wonder how much
got the
one
shelf space.
cost.
Oh gosh, I can't remember. It was probably they were like collectibles, so it was
Yeah.
probably like $25, $30.
That's not bad. Yeah, you start with one and just build from there, right?
Yeah.
You and Roger can trade. Trading cards.
Like trading cards? Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, so I know you're excited to show that deck.
I grabbed them.
I won't yell at you.
Never
I don't
grab
have a deck
cards.
out.
Look, I never grab cards out that are like when they come in the store or books or anything. That's Michelle, guys. If it's something new comes in, she grabs one just for her. Except these, I get to grab these today.
These are cool. I ordered them. I think.
And I just talked to Churro about this issue where they stick together.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had some that came in and they were like bricks. He actually had to go in and open each pack and
Oh, I bet that was a
Sasha had
hassle.
to, yeah,
Oh,
separate.
poor thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the name of the deck?
This deck is called Mystic Martian Oracle by Lisa Porter, and this is actually by Rockpool.
Oh, that's
and on the
cool.
inside, check it out on the inside. Little green alien.
Let me see. Oh, cute.
Yep.
I guess not so cute when you meet them, but cute on there, I think.
Yeah. See?
So they're oracle cards, not tarot cards.
Yeah, these are oracle cards. And I don't usually read with oracle cards, but I figured tonight I would. just so I could use these cards.
That's going to be interesting.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I did bring these other cards in here tonight, too.
Which ones?
I don't know, whatever you had over there. And I was
Well,
like,
you
those are
read with
kinda
them one
cool.
time and you liked them.
I read with them yesterday on Soul Talk.
So what's Soul Talk? Tell everyone what that is.
So we
that
do
doesn't-
have, in case you guys did not know, we do actually have a psychic hotline called Soul Talk. And you get to call in and ask questions as many as you want. It's just you're billed out by the minute, not actually like you got to book an hour or 15 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. It's billed by the minute that you're actually on the phone. And I did a couple of calls yesterday. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so I couldn't, my cards were in my bag downstairs. We were still at the house when I did them. And those were sitting there on the little buffet about outside the room, and I grabbed them and just used them.
Okay. So are you ready, or are we going to sit here all night and watch you separate those cards?
Well, you can watch me separate them.
Okay.
Now, we got some people wanting, are you ready to do some questions here? And I heard you say they can ask questions for readings or questions if they just want to know something?
Yeah. I don't think we
man.
said that, but we said that last time.
Oh, I'm going to come up with some good questions that you're going to have to answer then.
Okay. I don't care.
All right, so
I'll answer 'em.
here you go. You ready for one?
Sure.
Because I grabbed those that you said that were on the other page.
Yeah.
So Tanisha wants to know about her finances, how her finances are looking in the upcoming months.
Okay. So I pre-shuffled, and because I don't want these flying everywhere. I'm not tall enough I can't operate chairs. The good things about the Light Seers Tarot cards is they're easy to shuffle, though. So I'll go first because he's still messing with those cards.
I got them finally separated.
And this will be for everybody's highest and best good. You can make it set your own intention for the reading. Whoever asks that's what I would always do if you're getting a reading is just say, and I want to tell you one more thing I would do. Before you ever go to a reader, I would ask them where they get their information. How do they channel information? And I'll tell you, that's in my upcoming book, the next book I have coming.
Spirit Sunday.
No, not that one.
Oh, the other book.
The one after that.
The one that's not out yet in the catalogs.
Yeah, right. It may be in that one. I do for mediumship. I kind of talk about how to pick a medium, but I would always ask people where they get their information. And mine, I believe, comes from some guides that I could go into if you ever want to ask, but also just my higher self, because your higher self is that part of you that of all of us that's connected to the super consciousness. Okay, so that's where mine comes from. So it's not me, Michelle, higher self, like my smart knowledge or whatever. It's just the collective knowledge. That's where it comes from. Okay, so if somebody just says, well, it comes from a lot of my guides, I would ask, well, what kind of guides do you have?
Aliens.
Okay, and that's probably yours. I wouldn't be surprised. So I really would ask. And see if it's in tune. If you care, if all you care about is that you get an accurate answer, then you might not care where they're getting their information. You might not care at all, and you might not care if it's low vibration, high vibration. You may not give a darn. But that's something that you might want to think about. Okay, so for Tanisha, I got the wheel card for you, and what that card means is, well, in your case is. I think that fate, first of all, fate is on your side. We have free will. You're making things happen, and that is going to pay off for you in 2022 in the upcoming months. Will it totally pay off for you in the upcoming months? No. Will it be a continued effort, like a going forward into 2022? Yes. So it's just keep it going. Just keep spinning the wheel, just keep moving and keep things going in the direction that you're going now, and it'll begin to pay off. But I do see in the next couple months that the finances are going to begin paying off for you.
Okay.
Especially if you're focused with what you're doing.
All right, so you'll like this one. This one is the Arcturians.
Here, I'll hold it.
I got it right here. Arcturians. What's cool about this card, though, I mean, it actually has some words on the bottom. It says, feeling safe, wisdom keepers, and concern, right? On the Arcturians. But what I like about this one is if you see the person's actually sitting over to the side, looks like they're sitting at the desk and they have their stuff there. And I think, because you're talking about your finances and things like that, but if you notice, it actually is kind of like the little alien, the Arcturian, is actually distracting the person. So my message to you is watch out for those distractions that take away from what you need to be focused with. Because they're sitting at their desk to work, but they're getting their focus pulled away from it to something else. So what you need to do is to watch out for those distractions and stay focused on the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that 7 of Cups, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Bam. Damn good reading with those cards.
It
those new
was,
cards.
and Arcturians are in my new book, Spirits Unveiled, from this book right here. They are in that book. They are. We'll see which ones come up from that day that are in my new book.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
that
right.
you can pre-order now
At Amazon.
on Amazon and Llewellyn, actually. And we will have them, you can pre-order them from us.
Yeah,
Because
you can.
we will be pre-ordering from them. I don't know. We set a pre-order up last time where you could pre-order.
We'll have it set up.
Yeah.
We just haven't done it yet, but we will.
Yeah.
At michellewelch.com.
That's right. Okay, who's next?
Angela, and it's kind of a two-parter type question. But
No, just one.
now, you'll see.
I'm kidding.
You'll see.
I'm kidding.
Because first part of this is, do you see any intuitive gift I may have?
That's yes.
And
That's everybody.
does my future include this if present?
Okay,
So she wants to kind of know about how her intuitive gifts and how it all plays out in the future for her.
So my answer is everybody has them, but I don't believe that everybody has them. It's just like everybody can sing, but some people, everybody sings, but some people sing
not
better
as
than
awesome as me.
others. So the answer is yes, you do have intuitive gifts. And then, so how do they play out is what she wants to know.
Yeah.
And you don't need permission from anybody to say you have intuitive gifts. So the answer is yes, you do, but you want to know how they play out for you. Okay, you can go.
Oh, thanks. Actually, this one's a Nephilim. Okay, it says controversial, assessing new perspective. But if you look at him over there, he's almost.
I'll hold it. I'll put it. It's going to be hard to get.
Nah.
Okay.
So there he is. So what you see with him though is he's kind of carrying, kind of the load with him and things like that. His looks like a tree actually. So it's a very large figure if you think about it, carrying a tree. The other part with you'll also notice in the background there is a spaceship, one of the disc-shaped spaceships in the back there, right up in this top corner. But with how that relates to your gifts, intuitive gifts of things, is that you're going to have to work on it. Okay, that's what he's kind of doing. He's kind of working his way through, and it's something you're going to have to do, which is actually to develop that gift. Is to work on it, kind of like our Intuitive Insights class or Michelle's Intuitive Insights class, and that's just something you're going to have to work on to bring that intuitive gift more out to the surface of things.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I agree. The gift that I see is with sound therapy. So I see singing bowls. Would be a great place to start. And that's something you really do have to work on. It's a big thing right now. People are really, really into singing bowls. So, and you may think, well, how's that intuitive? It is intuitive. So it gets into the healing and knowing which bowl to play and which it kind of would get into learning chakras too. So that is what I'm getting is sound healing and using your intuition for that. And I got that from the Queen of Swords from Chrysan's deck. And I always love it because down here in the corner, I don't know if she meant for this to be right down here, let's see if we can show it right down there, a singing bowl down there, but that's what it looks like to me. It's kind of in a little bitty cage. That's what it looks like.
Oh, damn, I thought it was a forklift.
It's being for me, it's a singing bowl that's down in that little cage,
I'm
and
sure
it's
it
being
is.
put away, and you need to bring that out. So learn how to play it. Don't just, and you got to take classes, and Roger teaches those. Otherwise, it does not sound right. And know which bowls, to get.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Kelly, do you see any changes coming in all or any areas of my life?
Okay.
Changes coming in all or any areas of my life.
Okay. I like those cards. They're cute.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is the Blue Avians.
Not that all aliens are cute.
Blue
They're not at all.
Avians, Avians, philosophy, releasing karma, mysticism. But this is actually one of the bird creatures. You can kind of see there, one of the bird creatures. And they're standing, but also the background is all the clouds and the bubbles and things like that. If you think about it, changes for you, I think coming for you is actually more of the mystical side of things, your more spiritual side of things, of releasing your kind of your earthly part and actually raising your vibrations to a higher state.
I totally agree with that because I got the Two of Pentacles, and that to me is, it's actually, Pentacles are very earthly cards. It's about money, it's about work, but in this depiction by Chrisanne Donnelly, she's a very, very spiritual person. And so when she made these Light Seers decks, they're very popular. But once you get to know Chrisanne, you realize she's a very spiritual person. And so, and as you can see, this person is you're just choosing, it's almost between, as above, so below. And I do agree with Roger that there's going to be some choices where you're sort of raising your vibration. You're sort of realizing that some of the worldly things aren't as important to you as some of the spiritual things. You can have both, but they're just not they won't mean as much to you as they used to. So I do see changes in the area of money and spirituality and how you balance those two.
Very good, very good.
It doesn't mean you won't have money. It's just what you do with it and how you spend your time.
And let's see here. Just give me a little shuffle here. All right, so that was my couple of questions I had over there. Toss that out of my way.
Another thing that I'm going to try to talk Roger into doing in the new year, you guys, is we used to have giveaways.
Giveaways.
And
You
we
mean
did.
giving something away for free?
We did. And I'm hoping that we can do that again in the new year with the show, just so that we get you guys watching live. That way you would have to be live to win. So, and it creates a little bit more engagement of you on the show live. And we'd like to have create a way to have you engage a little bit more while we're on the show too. Okay?
First of all, the way it works is got to watch the show all the way through, because there's going to be something in the beginning of the show that happens that I'm going to ask towards the end of the show that's going to key out the giveaway.
Yeah. So we've been doing that on the Friday show. We've given away, we have not missed a show. We've not missed one giveaway, and people are loving getting their either their tarot bracelet or their tarot necklace every single week. Mm-hmm. But it's a question that you have to have watched.
Yeah.
And you can't go back and watch it later and win. So, okay.
Hello, Miss Erica. Watching there. She said Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. And then, okay, so now we have Kathy would like a reading. And what do I need to know for the new year?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What does Kathy need to know for the new year? Boom. That was like a baseball card. Like a baseball field.
It's a crop circle.
Oh, it looked like a baseball field to me.
You got the field part
Does it look like a
correct.
baseball field, Matt?
You got the field part. It's actually a crop circle, and it says messages, curiosities, and signs. So what I have to say about that for Miss Kathy is that you need to keep focusing on all your messages and signs and everything you got going on. And just actually, I think for her is really a year of practicing more and developing more and pushing more. And I think this is a big year for her to really get to that next level.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going out of a 5-year into a 6-year. And so you may want to figure out, everybody might want to figure out, I posted this on Intuitive Insights in the group. Benabel Wynne did a YouTube on how to figure out what your personal year is. It's very short. It's very quick. You can figure out what your personal year is. Our universal year is a 6. So last year was a year of change. It was a 5. This year is a 6. So if you use the lovers, the tarot, it's the lovers card, right? But if you just use numerology, 6 is it's not about me anymore. It's about we. Yeah. And it's about expansion. So you think of like the number 6, it's almost like a belly, a pregnant woman, like expansion, that kind of, and it can be about fertility and growth. So that's for all of us. I just wanted to throw that in there. So for anyone who asks about their year, you start with that, and then you can go to your personal year but you have to figure that out with your birth, with your birthday, and then with 2022. Okay, and she shows you how to do that, and I posted on Intuitive Insights. So with that in mind, I drew, and she said just her in general the year. I drew the Sun card, and so to me that means it's a year of great success. But what I like about it, the way I said, Chris Ann is very spiritual in her deck. The sun is beaming right down into the third eye and the crown chakra on this card of this person in her depiction, and the person is very open to the information. So they're very open to receiving information from whatever that is for you, source, God, your higher self, whatever that is, the collective. You're going to be receiving a lot of information that you impart to others, and that's why you're successful, as opposed to just going along. So what you said, Roger, is push a little harder, and I don't know if you said learn, but just keep on growing and developing. I see that, but it'll be more like third eye and crown chakra. That, and so I see really good things because the sun card's great.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. So growth and expansion in a lot of ways, like the 6. Yep.
The 6.
But y'all check that out, that YouTube of Benabel's, because anything she does is pretty great, and she's very gracious to do things for free.
Especially that cooking.
Yeah, well,
did you see that?
Yeah, that's
when
really
can we
good.
go visit and get some food?
Yeah, she does really.
I mean,
their
seriously,
stuff is pretty
like,
amazing.
it wasn't like just a few things like mine. It was like a shit ton of food.
Yeah, she did. You did a lot too, though. Our cook is Roger.
When we can go visit and get some food from Benabel.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Who's next?
So next is Dawn. You're gonna love this one. What do the aliens want me to know?
Okay, well that's Roger then. I mean, I can ask the aliens too, but I do like that one.
Uh-oh, it was the blue avians again. Philosophy, releasing karma, mysticism. Okay, so what do the aliens want you to know? Actually, the way I take this one is a little bit different this time. If you look at this for you with your question.
You got to ring it once you do that.
Whoa.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, so anyway, I take this as this is also a time for you to be working on yourself. Things that maybe that's been past that you kind of hold on to, it's time to start releasing those. Kind of that karma thing in there, right? But it's also a time for you to start really pushing yourself into your next level of what your development is coming up to.
Okay. I want to look at this card and read it with this card. So I just really was drawn to the beak. Looks very I was drawn to the word philosophy. So it looks very wise, and the third eye and the beak kind of go together. It's really pointed. And then I drew the King of Pentacles, and so the philosophy drew me to wisdom, and then the King of Pentacles on Chrysan's deck. Always I'm immediately drawn to the beard on him and how relaxed he is as a King of Pentacles with the dog by his side. So he's just completely at ease. He doesn't worry. And so let's put this in terms of you. It will be, the aliens are saying to you, stop worrying about how you're successful with the mundane earthly things such as job and money. Stop worrying about it and just let it flow. This is mastery over money. It's mastery over job. It doesn't mean that you have to rule the world. It just means that there's wisdom in it, and he's relaxed. And the more relaxed he gets, and I say this all the time to people who read, the more relaxed and you stop pushing, the better you become. And the more you're pushing about, oh, I've got to get more readings, or I've got to get more work, or I've got to get more of this and that in your life, sometimes it kind of stops the flow of it. So I think that's what you're supposed to hear from the aliens, because it goes with this guy who seems really wise with the philosophy. Okay? And those are in my book too, I think. I'm pretty sure, and you would know, Dawn, if they are not. You would remember, and I wouldn't, because I had COVID and I have no idea what I wrote in that book.
There's something in that book.
I wrote a book, Matt, that I don't have. That was right when I was writing that part.
She was reading and said, damn, this is kind of good.
I said,
Yeah.
they totally changed. I've already told you this. I said, they totally changed my book. I mean, like, Patty is the one who did the second editing and at Lewellyn. And I said, I think she totally changed everything in my book. And then I pulled back out what I had turned in. And it was what I'd turned in, because I was like, damn, this is pretty good. She's a really good editor, but I was a little miffed, because I thought, well, she just kind of rewrote the whole thing. And then I pulled it and I was like, oh, what? I wrote that. Well, that clearly was the COVID talking.
COVID speaking for you.
So I was channeling clearly, because I'm not the world's best writer yet. I'm working on it.
You were actually really good.
I'm getting better.
You're really good.
It's not as easy as it sounds. It's just not easy. All right, what's next?
That was Dawn. Okay, so this is Mandy. I would like to know what the new year has in store for me.
Okay. Same thing I said before. Do that little thing where you figure out really what you do. Let me just say it while he's shuffling. You take your birthday, and so like Roger's is 11. It's November 5th, and then you take 20, 22, and you add 11. So 1 plus 1, that's 2, and then 2 plus 5, that's 7, and then you do 7, and then you do the 20, 22, that's 6, right? So 7 plus 6, that's a 13. And then that would be your card. But watch her show, watch her blog, how to do it exactly, because she even has a little sheet that you can do it on that shows you how. But it'll give you your card number for the year. And you can even reduce that and have your, if you wanted to your number for the year, like a 4. Okay? All right. So you read first? Because I was yakking.
Yeah. Okay, so Mandy, I would like to know what the new year has in store for me.
Okay.
Okay, so this is kind of cool. This is actually Shadow Self, the shadow beings, right? And it says Shadow Self, denial, projecting shame. What I really focus in, though, on this card is actually the shadow side of things, because a lot of times we talk about the shadow self of our own selves is working on that dark side of things. Maybe it's some past trauma things or whatever it is, right? It's some things that you know that you need to be working on that you've been hiding away. I think this is the year for you to start working on those things and get those things out into the light, into your light, and let them start fading away. Actually, it's time to work on them and get rid of them.
I kind of like those cards. They're pretty cool cards. And I thought they were going to just be silly and not have anything really to
Maybe I'm
say.
just a
But
damn good reader.
yeah, well, that too. You really are. So it's interesting because I got the Justice card, and I like this card, and I also think the one on this side of the card looks like J-Lo, so that's just an aside. It didn't have anything to do with my reading, but and I like J-Lo. So anyway, Justice is one of my favorite cards, and I don't think it's always as simple as, oh, it just means there's a legal matter. It can mean that. So if there is a legal matter, I'm going to say typically, and because I'm a lawyer, I have to be kind of careful. I'm not giving legal advice here. I'm just saying if there is a legal matter, it typically means it will be resolved favorably. Okay. But with that said, that is a very, very basic interpretation. That is not what I immediately got with this card. What I got was what Roger was talking about, because this card, it's like she's looking at a shadow that looks a little different from herself, but yet it could go either way. It's like if you read reversals, it's like she's looking into, do you get what I'm saying? Can y'all see that? It's like the depiction is very interesting how she does it. It's not a reflection of herself, but she's looking at someone else and the other side maybe of something, a different perspective. And she's holding it very evenly, the sword. And the sword is very, very even, and the scales are on the sword. And so what I get is almost exactly what Roger said, is that you're looking at the shadow side of something to achieve fairness in your life. And it may be that you're having to look at some stuff that was a little bit difficult to then get to, and your karma may not be come about through a lawsuit or through anything like that. I think your karma might come about, through somebody else, a totally different person giving you something that brings about some restoration to you, but not from the person that you would expect it to come from. Okay? Long answer, but if nothing else, J-Lo was on the card, so. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
Ben Affleck got himself in trouble.
Again?
Well, he did about a week ago. Did you see that, Matt?
I don't know that I did see that.
Yeah, he said that if Jennifer had been, not J-Lo, but Jennifer Garner had been easier to deal with and not like basically nagged him, he wouldn't have drank as much. So that got him in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, that's right. Well, I saw the fallout from that. I didn't see what he initially said, but I just saw.
Yeah, I mean that was the gist of it,
Yeah.
and then of course even J-Lo was like, okay, yeah, you should not have said that. We are not that's not gonna fly. It's not gonna.
Just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, so just apologize and let's move on from that because that is not gonna fly. So yeah, he got himself in a little bit of trouble. All right.
Okay, so this is Vanna, and
This is Vanna. Vanna White.
Yep.
Okay. Hi, Vanna White.
I would just like to any clarity on my gifts. I know I have a lot. I've been doing private paid readings for a while. Just wanted to see if what I'm meant to do in life long term. I feel it is. I'm a healer. She feels as she's really more of a healer than a reader.
Okay,
like.
so let me just tell you my opinion on that really fast. Take it or leave it. I think all readers are healers. If you've been reading a long time, you probably are already healing in the process of reading, and I'm sure you probably agree with that also. So I think what you mean is that different type of healing, that energy work healing. So, and again, you're just seeking validation because you don't ever have to have permission from anybody to do the work that you think you're called to do. Go ahead, Roger.
All right, so this one is actually the Alpha Draconians.
Mm-hmm. They're in my
Cool,
book.
right? The Draconians, right? Corrupt, unethical cults.
Okay.
So, kind of the part that keys up on that is actually the unethical side of things.
Mm-hmm.
is so what I would tell you is to actually kind of focus in more of the more ethical side of things. Okay, with our industry, sometimes you do get a lot of the little shadow cast of unethical side of treatments, and like, oh, I can take a hex off of you type stuff, right? Give me $10,000 and I'll take a hex off of you. I can do a lot with $10,000. Come on now, but not take a hex off of somebody,
Right.
But
Well, you could, but you wouldn't charge it for it.
no.
Right.
So
'Cause
I
we don't do
think
that.
what you need to be doing though is focusing in on those ethical side of things, and try to really, I'm not saying that you're not ethical. I'm just saying try to bring that more to light and explain that more to people, that this is how I like to do my business. I'm very ethical with it. I would try to do, this is kind of where I'm at. That's what I would do.
Yeah. So I got the Eight of Swords, and so since you are a reader, you know about that, and I'm assuming you're probably familiar with Chrisanne's cards, and I love her depiction of the Eight of Swords. This is a card of someone who is truly bound, but they're looking in the mirror and they're seeing that they're bound by their own, not because they've done something wrong, but it's their own fears, their own shame, and that goes a little bit to me with the card that Roger had. I don't think that we're not reading and saying that that's what's going on with you, but potentially those are the people you're going to work with, people who really and probably heal a lot of people who come to you who feel very bound up and have a lot of, it's come up a lot, the shadow work. You've probably worked with them a lot in readings already, people who come to you and they want to know maybe some superficial things, and you're ready to go deeper, and the way you're going to be able to do that is by going into energy work and healings, and then you'll have those people come to you who are ready to go deeper with that. So I would agree with you that you're ready to do that, and I would step into what you're advertising that you do is more shadow work and karmic healing, and even maybe some past life healing.
Very cool, very cool. Okay.
And I don't think that means you have to stop reading either. I think you'll still be reading also.
She also wants to know when the rainbow dream catchers will be back in the store for her. We've mobile looking ones. Oh, the mobile. Oh, I know what she's talking about. The mobile looking ones. This is the ones where it's on the top, has the horizontal, and then they hang down. We have some dream catchers. Actually, I found some over in the warehouse, but I can't remember what all was over there. We haven't pulled them out yet.
So he's not answering your question.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the
We'll get
gist of
some.
that.
We'll get some. We've just got a lot of things going on, and
In other
I haven't
words,
seen them either.
we'll let you know. Keep an eye. Keep coming on the store.
Because the place we get them from, I went to order some stuff the other day, and they're actually closed till they're closed till the middle of next week because of closed for inventory, closed for New Year's and all that good stuff. And then we also have a question here. You're gonna love. I would love to have another live sale. Got myself some goodies. When do you want to do another live sale?
I don't know. Whenever you want to.
I tell you what. We go to Tucson in February, right? Are you ready for that one?
I don't know. I mean, we go to Florida in January for StarCon.
We're only going to be home like 10 days out of the entire 2 months.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be home a little longer than that, but it won't seem like it.
Matt, we're going to have some remote shows, just so you know. You get to stay home.
Yeah, those work.
You get to do it from the
Matt's
living room.
like, I'm thinking,
living
yes.
room working.
Yeah.
But
Matt lit up over there. Oh, I get to stay home.
yeah,
Well,
so
that just means my dogs will be barking in the background.
That's
That's all
okay.
Michelle's
hey.
used to the dogs barking around, running around the house.
Yeah. So we're,
Especially freaking Loki with the golfers.
Loki will not stop. He's going to have golfer training. He's going to have to get to know the golfer day. I mean, he's going to have to.
Yeah.
He will not stop, and it drives me nuts.
I think we'll probably end up having, just so you know, Angela, we did talk about this, doing more live shows. We may try to do we'll do one after Tucson, which is probably like first part of March. And you don't think so?
No, I'm saying yes. I'm just going to, God help us, get
where you
all
were-
this stuff back.
Riley can take care of it.
Riley, get ready.
Yeah, she can take care of it. It's fine.
I have to hire some part-time help to put all that stuff up.
That's what arson's for.
Okay, Arson.
But yeah, maybe we try to do one, every 6 months, every quarter, or something like that this year too. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
See? Live sales.
The live sale was fun. It was fun, but we need to, you need to get all your friends on there. Says if we put it all together, we need to have a lot of people on there.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to go through all these down here. Du-du-du-dum. Okay. We got 12 minutes. Let me switch over to the other.
Matt, what are you
account
doing
real
for New
quick.
Year's?
I don't have any plans right now. I was talking to somebody about it the other day, but as of right now, I don't have any plans.
Oh, well. We don't either.
I
I was like, oh, well. Like I was inviting you. I was like, well,
told
we
Lizzie
don't
we were
either.
going out of town. What? You're going to town without me? Oh, I had her going good.
Get that girl a passport.
Total her.
Been saying that since she was 9 years old. Get her a passport. Go
We
somewhere.
have this. What do we have this weekend? Do you even know?
I have no idea.
All right. So Sunday we have Psychic Fair here at all 3 locations. So we have. Why isn't this thing opening? So we have Psychic Fair Sunday, and we have readers, healers, 25 minutes or 20-minute sessions, $25. Pretty good deal. Right? But New Year's Day New Year's Day is Saturday. So the second, which is Sunday. So guys, seriously, you should come and get like some readings to kind of set your mood for the new year too.
Yeah, you
on
should.
Sunday for sure, especially for $20 or $25. That's a pretty good deal. But on Saturday, I've got these little grab bags. This so you guys know, this will be going out later in the week. This is a heads up.
I don't know anything about it.
I've got these little grab bags, and they're worth about $45. They have tumbled crystals in them. So on Saturday, New Year's Day, each store will have a limited number of those, about 20, 25 bags per store. And you get one of those for free with a purchase.
So we're open New Year's Eve and New Year's Day?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Got to shop. Got to get some candles to burn.
Okay.
Some herbs to burn with it. And I don't know why this isn't opening.
What are you trying to get to open?
Soultopia page to the other page.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes left. That sounded so hick.
Yeah, it did.
Got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I was trying to get over there to see if there's other questions on there. But for some reason, I can't get it to.
Do you want me to look on my phone?
open. It's just not loading the page.
I'm going to look.
Yeah.
All right, you talk.
So we're going to have some specials. Also, so you guys know, right now through Friday, actually, if y'all don't know about the points program, when you come in and shop, you get points with your purchases, right? Before the shopping season, the holiday shopping season, it was actually you got 10 points anytime you came in and bought anything. It was, any purchase over $20. And once you hit 200 points, you got a $20 coupon. The nice thing to that is you also had little bonus, little bonus things that went out to you personally because of the way it tracks through your phone number. But for the shopping season, we were doing $1 per point spent. I mean, we had some people come in and, they were buying their Christmas and they got like a couple of $20 coupons just with their Christmas purchases. So that's kind of nice. Now, starting over on Saturday, that whole program will be changing. It won't be $1 per point, but honestly, it's not going to go back to the only getting 10 points for anything over $20 spent. So we're going to have a couple of little specials rolling out.
I am
on
totally
Friday.
confused. So what is it now going to be?
Oh, I haven't decided 100% yet.
Okay.
But it's actually probably going to be more
Are y'all
like
confused too?
it's probably going to be more like a point for every $5 spent. So if you come in, or $10, so let's say $10 spent. So if you come in and spend $100, you get 10 points.
The other thing we're going to have is, and Roger will be upset with me for saying this, but I'm going to show y'all. These are my 3 my sun sign, my moon sign, and my rising sign, Zodiac bracelets, right? So if you buy all 3 of those together, and if you don't know what those are, we're going to have a way we can figure them out. But you have to know your time of birth to be able to figure out your rising sign. Okay, that's something. And if you don't know it, and it needs to be like exact, if you don't know it, the county where you were born has to keep those records, so you can find it out. But if you get all 3 of those, you get a discount on those, and we're going to start that real soon. And if you figure out your birth cards, and we're going to have that birth card class soon, your tarot birth cards, and that is recorded, I believe, right, Roger? Mm-hmm. So it's also recorded, so you can find out what your birth cards are, and if you get your 2 birth cards, then you'll get a discount on that too. A little bit of a discount when you buy those 2. You can't be like, and there's certain combinations that we know go together. The only one that there's 3 of is the Sun Wheel Magician. That happens to be mine. There's 3 when you happen to be my date of birth, or certain combinations of that is the Sun Wheel Magician. But everything else is only 2 cards. So we're going to have a discount on that too. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, but you have to know how to figure them out. So in order to do that, you would need to take the class online, or figure it out from Mary Kay Greer's book, or from the Reader Studio if you go on their website and use their calculator. Or like Carrie Paris has a calculator too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ready?
So no. Oh. So Roger, do you remember what that price was? What the discount was going to be? We'll post that, or you'll get it if you sign up for our newsletter. Okay.
Yep.
So that's coming like probably by next week or the week after that. You'll get that.
I'm just going to tell you now, we're going to have a lot of new stuff this year coming up.
Yeah.
A lot of new things happening. So you need to follow on the newsletter for sure, Facebook, and anywhere else you can.
Yeah. TikTok and Instagram.
Tickety talk.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Raleigh would love a reading over advice as we close out the year.
A reading what?
Over advice, for advice. Closing out the year.
Okay. Raleigh. Okay, you go.
All right. So this is Gray's, tall Grays, not the short Grays. Utilitarian, organized, and intimidating. Whoops. Okay. So one thing about this card is you can kind of see is he's standing kind of strong, tall and strong. Here, I'll just hold it a second.
Okay.
But they're also, if you also notice in the back, is the humanoids they're actually creating. So I take it that this thing about it for you is actually I like the part about it talking about organizing, but also your creative space. So I think it's you actually getting more into a very creative space for yourself, and and enjoying it too. Not to make it as like a chore of doing something, but as something you enjoy doing.
I agree with that, because I got the Ace of Wands, which represents a new beginnings and with creativity and creative projects. So, and that's her third eye. Just firing up, so I totally agree with what Roger just said. Mm-hmm. Second that. Let's do anybody else really fast.
Loved it. Okay, here's one. You want to do one more?
One more.
One here, and then we'll do it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Laura,
here you go.
I'd love to know how to best support my son over the next few months. He's been having behavior challenges.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So I got the Page of Wands, and even though it's a girl in here, it doesn't matter if it's girl, boy. It represents whichever. the Page of Wands is about a youthful, letting somebody be youthful. And again, when we were just talking about wands before for Riley, it's about creativity and a project. You can see in this one, this person is just having fun. They almost need some freedom. And I know that might not seem to go with, okay, having some behavioral issues or whatever, but they need something to where they feel like they can freely express themselves. So he needs to be able to totally feel like he can freely express himself. I feel like there's something where he feels kind of like has something pent up inside of him that he can't express. He doesn't know how to express it, and he needs some modality to do that, whether it's sports, anything from sports to painting, whatever he would be interested in, but he doesn't know how to express it to get it out, and it may be coming out in other ways. So he has to have something constructive to do to get that out, and that Page of Wands is showing this very, very clearly.
Well, this time I got the gray shorts.
Okay.
So these here, it says on the bottom, timid, misunderstood, and shy. And what jumps out is actually the misunderstood part of it with him. Because if you also look in this one, they're kind of standing there on like a barren planet, and you got the moon in behind them type thing. But I think he actually has a lot of things about himself that he's misunderstood, and he feels like sometimes he just needs somebody to talk to about those, and he doesn't understand or know how to address that outlet the perfect way.
Right.
He doesn't know how to,
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
He can't
put it
express
into
it.
words.
Yeah.
And express
It feels
yeah.
like there's something he cannot get out and express.
Yeah.
And I get that a lot. So a lot of intuitives feel that way. A lot of people who are real intuitive, and maybe that is something you might want to explore too.
Yeah.
They can start having behavioral problems because they don't know how to express that at all. Let's do 1 and 2 really fast to wrap up the show, just for the coming. Yeah. This isn't going to be for the whole year. I do want to announce, I think we have a few spots left for bracelets and Bellinis. It's on January the 8th. That is where you make, I pick the 12 stones to represent the 12 months of this coming year, and then you randomly select the other beads. It's our most popular thing pretty much throughout the year and years past. We're pretty much getting close to being full. So you are, and you end up making the bracelet, and then I read the bracelet for you, the rest of the bracelet based on the random beads you pick to fill out that bracelet. And also those forecast readings that I am starting again, those are extremely popular. I got an email or inbox or something from a friend, I won't say her name, but she said, oh my gosh, I just pulled out my thing from last year, and you had said that December was going to be all about babies, and I was thinking you were crazy, and she has a baby, and so it's all about her baby. So it's neat to hear those forecast readings come back, and the people telling me the accuracy of those forecast readings. For some reason, those just tend to be really accurate. So you want to book those pretty fast, because I won't have time for a lot because I'm doing the deck and the third book. So, yeah.
Plus, I'm going to start back the spell classes at the end of the month.
Oh, awesome.
Too. Yeah, so yeah. I've got a couple of dates in mind. I just got to double check. But I've already got the spells for the first couple of classes.
And then we have 2 guests that were Zoom classes we're about to announce that are going to be really, really good, that y'all are going to want to sign up for. So, Roger, you want to go first?
Okay.
For all set your intentions, number 1, number 2. If you've listened to the show, you already know that. Just choose number 1 or number 2, and this will be the reading for you. So Roger will be number 1.
Number ones? I'm number ones? All right, so this is the Kabbalah Tree of Life. Pretty cool, right? Kabbalah Tree of Life.
Interesting that that's in there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Integration, life lessons, and okay, well, I'm not sure what
see.
that says. But what I get from this is actually for all you number ones, it's not about the Kabbalah part of it. It's really about the tree part of it, okay? It's that spiritual side of things of you kind of coming to life and to actually open up spiritually and started exploring the different aspects of spiritualism that and find what that little niche that you belong in and that actually makes you feel better too.
Very good. Okay, so, and that word, I think it's emanation.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Okay. I didn't shuffle, so we're going to pull from this deck. Okay, so for the people who chose number 2, I got the Strength card, and I love how she depicts this, but that's not where I'm drawn. I'm drawn up to her wrist, and it almost looks like, well, the infinity symbol's always over the top of the Strength card, it's usually like an angel over, so it's a lady, but it's kind of like an angel, over the top of it, but it's on her arm like a tattoo. But I'm drawn more to the watch. I think that's a watch, but to me, it's what it's looking like. Okay, so I'm reading that as a watch, and maybe like an Apple Watch or something like that. And I'm thinking about time, and for you to, anybody who drew number 2, that to manage your time, and your strength's going to come in that. I'm trying to put the words to it. Time seems to be fleeting and going really quickly to you, and you feel like you aren't managing that very well, and you feel like you don't have control, and that is weakening you. And so just focus in on just each day managing that time, because I'm really drawn to that for the number 2s this time. And that's where you'll draw your strength from. It's just taking it, really that saying, just take it a day at a time, a step at a time, minute by minute. And that's going to give you more strength instead of feeling out of control. So that's it for today.
Cool.
And so check out all of our pages. Please follow us for SoulWhat on the different venues that you can. Like us, follow us on Michelle Soultopia, and also for Soultopia on TikTok and it's TikTok and Instagram
TikTok,
and also Michelle Welch on all those too. And we look forward to seeing you in the new year. We want to thank Matt Stoker as always. And if you're interested in having your own podcast, he is maybe available. He's very hard to get in with, but he might have an opening for you.
You can even use our studio.
And you can use the studio, and if he's available. And we really appreciate him, and just have a safe New Year, and we'll see you in the new year. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to SoulWhat, a Soultopia production. If you're intrigued, searching, or looking to schedule a reading of your very own, visit us in sunny Dallas, Texas, or visit us online at facebook.com/Soultopia Holistic Boutique. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting platform to be the first to hear new episodes every Tuesday at 7:30 Central.